The challenges that Cobalt faces prior to going to Origence, our loan origination system was a little outdated and harder to plug in the technologies that were needed to loan in the world that we live in today and meet the expectations of our members and our potential members. My name is Terry Zitkovich. I'm the Senior Vice President of Lending for Cobalt Credit Union. Cobalt Credit Union is out of Omaha, Nebraska, and we're about $1.3 billion in assets, and we have approximately 115,000 members. One of the big benefits for ArcOS for Cobalt is it really allows us to consolidate multiple areas into one system. For example, we currently operate a system for our home equity lines of credits. We have a different system that we're using for indirect, and then one that we're using for our direct lending. Moving to ArcOS is going to allow us to put all of those pieces into one place, which creates a lot cleaner efficiencies and processes for Cobalt, as well as just easier administration. We're in the middle of implementation of ArcOS right now, and that whole experience has been fantastic. Our project manager really helps us out, has walked us step by step through what's happening. I find it nice that with some of the technology pieces that we're putting into place, that Origence already has many of those relationships established. And so there's not a lot of extra work that we have to do to tie those in. From the indirect side, the Origence reps do a really great job of allowing us to expand our reach. One of the things that's concerning for Cobalt when it comes to that is the risk that comes if we get into dealers in areas that we're not familiar with. And having that partnership with Origence allows us to be able to do that with reduced risk, because Origence is doing a lot of that legwork and their reps are out talking to those dealers. And because we trust Origence and we trust those reps, then we have that faith to go into new markets. E-contracting is going to help us internally with saving time, reducing the paper that we have to use, and create us better processes overall. It's going to really allow us to just function within the system and not have to go to multiple areas. We don't have to print anything off and create files. We can just move it from one place to the next, get a loan booked, get the documents into our document storage area, and really remove a lot of friction points internally. Origence lending services will help us with our strategic goals, because those extra pieces are going to really impact our efficiencies. For example, one of the things that we're doing is we're going to have Origence lending services handle our adverse actions for us. And currently today, I have a group of staff that prints those off weekly, and they hand fold all those and stuff the envelopes and send those off. As well, we're looking at AI services within the indirect and reviewing those doc packages. Again, something that we have staff doing today, not having to look through every single piece of paper in a document, is going to be huge and save us a ton of time, and really create some much needed efficiencies for us. Working with a QSO is important to Cobalt because many of the values are shared between Origence and the QSO and with a credit union, in that what we value, the people helping people. Origence really sets their systems up to be able to do that in the best ways possible. It allows us to be competitive with the larger institution and the larger fintechs, and it allows us to deliver what the consumer expects. But again, within that, a very similar value set as the credit union. They really get to know what our strategic initiatives and our goals are, and they bring to the table vendors that they've recently engaged with, as well as enhancements that happen within the system, They're really great if there's a problem we encounter of trying to help find a solution. Maybe there's a setting we missed or that we weren't aware of. Things like that really aid in what it is that we're trying to accomplish. It's a tremendous company. We've never had anything negative with Origence. I think they're going to help us to truly achieve our strategic initiatives, not only this year, but into the future years.